Hey, good morning, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Graybeards. My name is Wayne, and to my left of the screen is my good friend Ernest,
Buggy, aka
aka
Ernie,
Bug, aka Bug. I don't know. We
aka
don't. I didn't notice that he had this nickname of Bug until what recent, I think.
yeah. Sometime last year, I divulged that
Yeah.
information. I got over myself and decided to let you into my world.
Well, I think
A
it
better,
was. I think he was wearing your Bug hat.
how about it was? It could
You
have
might
been
have been
that.
wearing your Bug hat. I said, "What is Bug? Who's Bug? You Bug?"
Who is
He's like,
Bug? Who
"Yeah,
is
I'm
Bug?
Bug. I'm
What
Bug."
is Bug? Grandmama named me that. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I don't know why.
I got to make sure I'm wearing my hat right because they usually have either over their ears. Should it be over my ears? I don't know. These kids wear these hats so
Yeah, I
weird.
think let the ears show, man. But some of them they have the hat so big it just sits there like a shell.
I I don't get it, man. And my dad
Mhm.
always told my dad mostly, he always said, "You got big ears, crab, kid." Yeah, he said kid. He didn't say crabs, but he said kid. And it
Yeah,
was like, I'm like, yeah, okay, dad, whatever, you know,
yeah, dad.
dad, yeah,
Yes, sir.
I don't know.
So,
Okay, so everybody last week, we touched on the not to jump right in the show, but
jump right in,
I
man.
I don't
We're
have a
limited.
whole these tariffs, right? We talked a little bit about tariffs. I said I was going to
Mhm.
look into them. Well, there was no reason to. It worked perfectly.
Yeah.
He told them, "Hey, I'm putting 25% tariff on you." They were like, "Oh,"
Mhm.
they were like that
Yeah.
little kid going, "Well, I ain't gonna, I'm not doing it."
And then they said, I'm doing it.
Yeah, he's like,
I'm gonna
okay,
do
you do what you
it.
want.
But I was kind of looking into, since they caved, I kind of I kind of want to know why they caved, right? You know. And what I was able to find was okay, 80% of their oil, and their oil is dirty, by the way. And I'm not meaning that as an insult, but that's just oil terms.
Mm-hmm.
So we purchase about 80% of their dirty oil. They don't have the means to clean it up. You know what I'm saying? We have the ability to filter that oil and make it into good oil. So but we we take up about 40% of their we contribute about 47% of their economy, right? And a large part of their economy is based off of that dirty oil that they sell us that we clean up. So they took a long look a short look in the mirror and
Which
was
one?
like,
Who are you talking about? Canada or Mexico?
we talking about both
Oh,
Canada
both.
and
Okay.
Mexico. Yeah, they both.
Because they both were.
We get a lot of dirty oil from them bad boys.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? We get other stuff too, you know,
sure.
that they supply, that they should I say
Well,
supply?
I heard it
It's
was
kind of like,
there was avocados, and everybody's worried they weren't gonna get no guacamole.
yeah, that's probably
Especially
small
for around
compared.
Super Bowl time, they were like, "I gotta have my avocados," once
You
my
can grow avocados in your backyard if you just,
we could maybe climate wise, we
yeah.
could.
I'm sure out in California there's some avocados farms out there, you know what I'm saying?
Well, it's a
So,
tree, so
yeah.
from what I understand, it
Yeah.
could be. I don't know. My wife has one out back that she's been trying to grow, but in the
Mhm.
trailer park, the kids always making fun of it and messing with it.
Like, mom, what is this? But yeah. So the tariffs seem to be working, my man.
Oh yeah, they did
Yeah,
what they were
they didn't want to
designed to
lose.
do.
Yeah, they didn't want to lose. They benefit. I mean, what if we didn't have the doctrine that we had? What if we didn't have the Constitution that we have? What if America was a bully like some of these other nations that bully their neighbors? I mean, we're 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 being righteous. We're just
Yeah.
saying, help us in this area that we're having issues with, and and we'll we can cooperate with one another and let's level the trade. You know what I'm saying? Let's make it. We can't make it equal. They'll collapse, right? We can't do that. But we can make it closer to equal. You know what I'm saying? We
Oh yeah.
subsidize those countries a lot, and they really do. They need it. You know what I'm saying? To I guess that's why Trump is like, let's just make them bad boys part of us. Now I've said that. Y'all bad boys didn't listen to me. I didn't say it on the show, but I've said it at the job. I was like, you know what? We should just make them bad boys states and forget about it. Be done. But nevertheless, that sounds, I don't know what I sound like. I'm sure somebody's out there like, oh, that dude's he's ready for his swastika. Can I say that? Can I say that? You know what I'm saying? Okay, I'm sorry. Okay. He's ready. We need I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I apologize. You know what I'm saying? World War II is over. I shouldn't be using. I've said some bad words on the show. I've said Axis, said swastika. I'm sorry, listeners, man. I'm old school. I'm
No,
learning. I'm trying to learn.
it's all being,
It's
it's history, right? See, I don't have a problem with, you know, if those are things, if you push it away, hide it, try to erase it from your past, you're bound to relive it, right?
yeah, to repeat it. Yeah,
Yeah,
it comes back up in a different
yeah,
way.
yeah. And
Now,
I don't know, the biggest thing, these terrorists might, just to touch on it real quick, because I really don't want to talk about terrorists because
oh,
I want
okay.
to talk about how they're upset about them shutting down and cutting back, saving money for taxpayer, and
Hmm.
all you hear from the left uh, is he's President. What do they call him? President Musk or Time Magazine put a picture of him behind the Resolute desk. Uh,
You're gonna have to you gotta educate all of us on that one.
yeah,
Yeah.
well, they think that he's the one making the call and cutting back all these. Um, I don't know what to. I'm trying. I haven't really found a good word for the what I see going on with DOGE, Department of Government Efficiency. Uh, they're
Yeah.
they're upset that he's going in and shutting all these programs down, right? And to some extent, I got it right because we as taxpayers we see them just shutting it down, and then they're throwing these numbers out. Hey, this is how much we're costing you because they were, all this port. But what about if they were actually doing stuff that was beneficial for Americans?
Yeah.
I want to see both sides of the coin, if you will. You can
Yeah.
show me the dirty side all you want, but I really want, I want to believe that people that were working there actually was doing some good. Um, not likely,
Uh,
not likely, but
yeah. What's the end product? What are we getting? What are we getting for these billions of dollars that we're throwing at these programs? I mean,
programs, countries, you know,
yeah. They got this commercial out there, right? And you can download this app on your phone, and it'll let you know, like, all of your subscriptions out there, right? I
mhm,
need that. There's a lot of little ticks sucking on me,
lot,
right?
yeah, a
That I
lot
don't
of
even know.
pork. You got a lot of pork
Yeah,
out there.
exactly. A lot of pork, right? So that's basically what I'm thinking he's doing. You know what I'm saying? He's like,
Oh,
what?
he's like that app going, yeah.
Yeah, he's like, you got this going on, you got
Excuse
this,
me.
and what is it doing? You know what I'm saying? And recently it's been revealed that a lot of these politicians are getting kickbacks.
Huh.
I mean, millions of dollars of kickbacks, man. Money, taxpayer dollars going into their pockets. You know what I'm saying? There's one lady that went in, just been in the government for about 4 or 5 years, and recently heard she got about $20 million. She's worth
5.
$20 million. Oh
I
my
saw
bad.
somewhere with 25 million. I know who you're talking about. I
Yeah.
cannot confirm nor deny. I saw that someone reported that, right? That she was
How do you
worth
do that?
20. 25 million. I mean, I don't have the means to go and dig into her finances. I have to rely somewhat on, you know,
Yeah,
which
news.
we have to somehow rely on the unreliable news,
Hmm.
you know, journalism, which is dead in my opinion. There's people that think they're doing journalism, right?
Hmm.
I saw
Hmm.
another thing, right? And this is just crazy. And I can't confirm the accuracy of it. This girl, she was 27 years old. She has a bachelor's degree from some college, works in the corporate world, and she goes, I can't spell. I don't know how to spell.
Bill, what?
She can't
Anything?
spell. She don't know how to spell. She said, I don't need to know how to spell. The computer will do it for me.
That's right.
I just got to sound out the word and figure out what letters. And I was like, I was shocked. I was like, are you kidding me? You don't know how to spell? How do you not know how to spell? And I'm sure she was an exaggeration, clickbaity, whatever. But it got me to thinking. That's like, because they were in school, they all have computers, like what we're talking on. And if you're typing a paper or whatever, it goes, even at work, we type something on a Excel or a Word document
Word.
or whatever. It sits there and underlines the word. Hey, dummy, you misspelled this. Oh, thanks.
Well, that still doesn't solve the problem of being able to spell. All you got to do, it's just like it used to be a joke. I don't know if this is real or not, but it was like, if you work at McDonald's, you don't have to know numbers. They just got the little cheeseburger button and you push it. You know what I'm saying?
And unless
All you got
you're,
to be
and
able to do is see.
oh yeah,
Can you see?
and you wonder why it takes so long sometimes for your order because when you go in there and get a, I don't. That's why I typically very rarely waver from what it is. If it has something on it I don't like, I don't order it. Right? I just don't. Yeah, that's like I
That
have.
is, you're too simple, dude.
Well,
You're way
apparently,
too
yeah,
simple.
I'm
Yeah,
a simple ton. I
your
agree, but
simple, your
but
simplicity confuses.
but we're in
You can't just
trouble.
want a cheeseburger.
Yeah, I can't help but think of that movie Idiocracy, man. That's coming. The people
No.
they can't use their
Uh,
brain for nothing. It's like we're going backwards,
You're
you know.
absolutely right.
And
You
then we're
know,
so. I mean, we had computers growing up in the military. We always had computers, right? At least I always. I don't think it's the only reason I know anything about probably computers because the military drugged me along with them, right?
right.
So we've always had in the last. I think the first computer I remember seeing was a Zenith Z100. You know, little green screen on it. We typed our blotter on it.
You didn't take home ec. If you're typing
I,
like
that's what it was when I did take home ec. I was going to be a lifelong bachelor. I took typing.
did you?
Typing. They don't call
Yeah.
it typing no more. You know what they
What
call
they
it? My
call it?
kids call it keyboarding.
Makes sense.
Like it's
Makes
a
sense, I
sport or
guess.
something, and you should be on some water, catching some waves. It's not
Some
typing.
tasty waves with some cool bud.
Yeah, it's keyboarding.
Keyboarding.
Because
Come on,
it's a
pops. Get
typewriter.
with it. Yeah, man. Yeah, my daughter saw me typing one day. Oh my God. You would think I was Dave Chappelle. She was rolling on the floor. She was like, "What? Are you trying to play an instrument? What are you doing?" You know what I'm saying? Did you get hit in the head with a brick as a child? You know what I'm saying? I mean, she just hopped on there and just went and made some kind of song as she was typing.
Mhm.
Well, I couldn't do that. Here I am.
You still to this day do that.
I do.
But I took a
I'm
typing
proud
class,
to
which is
be.
the in the 80s. I was in, was it the no 70s, a typing
Mhm.
class.
Yeah.
I was in middle school, sixth or seventh grade, somewhere in there. We had typing. You had to,
We
I
had
think, had to type like 35 words a minute. That was like the, you passed.
yeah,
Congratulations.
right.
You
Hey, I
got to
was
be able to
peer
type.
pressured
Yeah,
into not taking it. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
My buddies were like, man, if you typing is for girls, okay? That's what it was down in Georgia. If you most secretarial work, I hope I'm not offending anybody. I'm just saying this is the cave that I grew up in. You know what I'm saying? You typing women did that.
I don't think
You know what I'm
that's
saying?
true though. I don't think that's
It
true
ain't true
because
now, but it was
I
back
don't
in the
even think
day.
then. I don't think it was then either because now I get it if they were, and the way they were depicted in the movies that they, the big boss,
Yeah,
had
exactly.
somebody take a memo, you know. Now, if you came to needing to do the what do they call that, shorthand?
Yep, shorthand. That was a thing.
Yeah,
But most people that typed, if a man was typing on a television show in the 70s, he was a cop. Only male cops. That was it.
yeah,
That was the only
detective.
one. Everybody else was female.
Nah, everybody had to do it, man. If you were a used car salesman, or a new car salesman, you didn't say, "I go see my secretary to fill out the form." He was filling that shit out either on a typewriter or he was handwriting it.
He wasn't fluent with it though. That dude was doing what I was doing.
Agreed, agreed. But
Mhm.
that's because it's not true that only women that were going to be doing typing was women and as a secretary.
Man, you go back and you watch
That's
those old
sexist.
shows, you'll see most secretarial work was done by
Again,
females.
again, you didn't listen to me. That's what I
I'm
said.
trying.
That's the way they were depicted in the movies and
You
television.
don't think that was reality?
No, hell no. As a
Man,
partial reality, let's call it a partial reality. Sure, there was
a
people,
majority.
all the private investigators, right?
Hmm. Like I say, he was a cop. He was had to be in the cop field. That's what I'm saying.
Well, a private
And
investigator is not a cop.
well, he does cop type stuff. You know,
Yeah.
investigator.
Yeah,
You know
but
what I'm saying?
usually your client, if you were a private investigator, you had to
Mhm.
type up a report. You had some that were, I don't know, they apparently, the PI world, the cops must have been pretty crappy. You know,
Mhm.
seems like
Yeah.
all the private investigator shows I ever watched, it was like, I was like, God, this guy is busy. And the amount of money he was asking then,
Uh-huh.
I would love to have today. I was like, they must be rich,
Yeah.
you know.
Gotcha.
They're
Yeah.
like $100 a day, 50, plus expenses and blah blah blah.
Hmm.
I was like,
Tracking. Tracking.
hey, hundred
So
bucks.
yeah, you was alluding to something. You said, I don't want to talk about the tariffs anymore. You know what I'm saying? It's a done deal. We won. We
Yeah,
caused in the cave. But I want to talk about, and then we got on some kind of way typing. We got sidetracked. So what was it? Can you remember what it was?
yeah. I was talking about DOGE and how
Yeah,
people are,
people ciphering money.
yeah, we did talk about it. We did talk a little bit
Hmm.
about it.
Yeah,
We'll circle back around to it. That
yeah. Circle back.
how I seen Maxine Waters and her crew over there because they were going in to the Department of Education building and they were all upset about. They're like, "Oh my God, they're going in. Our kids are going to be dumber than they already are." Blah 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 blah. You know, and I was like, "Why don't you let them do this and then go?" Maybe anything again. The whole obstructionist mentality. We've been
Yeah,
doing everything right the whole time, and you can't tell me anything different. You're just going in here destroying everything we worked so hard for to build up, and you're going to do nothing but harm to other people. Instead of taking a minute and going, maybe there has been some pork out there that we need to cut, some
yeah.
fat off of there.
Got to trim the fat, man. I mean, if you're the fat, you definitely don't want to be cut off from the host, right? You know what I'm saying? I get it. I don't want to lose my doggone job. Matter of fact, there's a couple of my buddies that evidently was part of the FAT, and they opted to take the offer that Trump put out there. 6 months, I think. You get six
Yeah,
months to
take the.
sit home and get paid, and then your job is gone. And fortunate for them, they've already prepared for retirement.
Oh yeah,
Um, they got the military stuff going on, and that money. They got stuff to do. It's like saluting, like goodbye.
take off, man.
Yeah, man, it just took off, man. So
Man,
it is what it is.
yeah, it's like
But
man.
I get
I
it,
can't,
man.
I can't do like one of our listener, Kyle. There, man,
What's up?
he always changes his voice when
You got a voice for everything.
Yeah, he's got a voice for everything.
Hmm.
And he don't
But
let
Kyle's
the.
in a pretty good. He's in a pretty good situation, man. He's like, hey, he's
Yeah,
always.
yes, he is in a good situation as long as the government continues to provide him as what his entitlements.
Hey, that's all of us then. That's everybody. Yeah. Shoot, the government shut down. We're all done. Everybody's done.
I mean, you don't know what's going to happen, man. That they could come back
Hmm.
and reevaluate you and take that whatever
Hmm. Yeah, but because
disability
the nature,
percentages.
yeah, because of the nature of our society and our government, and the people that's running it, just like even Trump, right? He just there was a time where they just rifted people, right? They was like, "Hey, you're gone,"
Hmm.
and that was nothing. You know what I'm
No, they
saying?
bought Bill Clinton slashed 400,000 federal jobs in his time in office. Where was the
Yeah,
outcry for them? That four
it
hundred
was
thousand.
there.
Where was the outcry? Where was the oh, you know?
It probably fell upon, for me, it probably fell upon deaf ears because he couldn't cut my job.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, they could. They tried to
He
arrest
needed
us
me.
back in the day. Yeah.
Yeah, he couldn't. He needed me to guard these assets. So he's like, nope, can't do that. You can't cut him. But he did put me on the chopping block. No, that was Reagan. Reagan put me on the chopping block.
Mm-hmm.
Re-enlist to
Yeah.
get out.
You and me
Huh?
both,
What?
brother. You and me
Yeah.
both got the notice. You got 2 weeks. Or you're out.
I was like, what the heck? Okay. Luckily, I had been a good troop,
Mm-hmm.
and and they was like, I had that option. There was some that didn't have that option. They just was like, you got to get out, bro.
Yeah.
After your enlistment is up.
Yeah. There was a few
Yeah.
that took that. They dangled that worm in front of them, and they were like,
Yeah.
"Oh, you
They
got
took it. I'm like $40,000. That was the next go round where they was like that. What they call it? SB something. I forgot what it's called.
Oh,
But
VSI,
anyway, VSI,
VSI,
yeah, SSB, something.
SSB, yeah, something.
Yeah.
I don't know. It was
In
something
case
else.
you guys, probably civilians is listening to us. That's a little money they give you to get out of the military. It's like
Hey,
$40,000.
I
Give
signed up
me,
for it. I signed
did
up
you?
for it. I was getting out in I forget when it was in the 90s. I was done, man. I was gone. But they left in a little caveat. If you were selected for promotion, you could cancel it and go.
Yeah.
Well,
And
I
since
got
you was
selected.
selected,
Yeah, I got selected for promotion, and I was like, nope, I'm staying.
I heard that, man. I heard that.
I'm
So
glad I did. I wonder what it'd been like if I hadn't, but at this juncture in my life, I'm glad that I did, man, stay in and
you
do
think
enough
you
time
could
for
afford
retirement.
if you would have got out, would you have to stick to the single wide? Do you think one day you'd have graduated to the double wide? What you think?
Well, we had a pretty nice place there in Virginia, and I went to a couple job fairs. I had several companies that were ready to hire me on as soon as I got out. So
Mhm.
I would have been making as much money or if not more, but I would have been away from my family a lot more. I
Mm.
was going to fall in that same, going to that same route because I really didn't want to be a cop on the civilian side, to be honest with you. I would have done whatever, legally, whatever legal job that I could, I would have done that.
Mm,
So
mm, mm, mm. Wow, man.
I was prepared. I mean, I'm, I was as prepared as I could be to be a civilian, you know.
Mm, mm,
Except for
mm.
the first time when my wife and I were just newly married. We hadn't been married, I don't know, probably a year, little, just about right a little over a year. I've been newly married, got a wife, and I think I had a kid on the way, or she was expecting. I can't remember if that
Mm.
was the case. I don't know. I don't know if she was pregnant yet. Maybe she was. I don't
Good.
know. And
Without,
they were like 2 weeks, man. I was like, what? I got car payment, truck payment, everything was for me. Everything I go on this. Anytime I make decisions on where I was going next step, I always, I've always kind of prepared, right? So
mhm.
when I in '87, I would have in September, I would have been done. I would have had everything paid for, and I could have just walked out the door with no worries.
No, man. I'm that paper jet at a football game that just through some twist of fate happens to make it down to the playing field and lands right on the darn quarterback shoulder or
Hmm.
something. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's not. Yeah,
that wasn't
it's
my intent.
yeah. I know. I never. Well, it was my intent, but I never dreamed that it would happen. You know what I'm saying? So that's been
Mm.
me. Divine intervention, bro. You know what
Oh,
I'm
me too. Me
saying?
too,
So
man.
it's like, yeah. But yeah, when I got to the 15-year mark, I was like, this greater train is gonna end. And what am I gonna do?
I could easily have done that, but
So I just started a little business, little lawn business and stuff like that. So I was like, hey,
yeah.
it's depending on what God gave me.
I
I
don't
know
know
how
how
to
much.
cut grass.
I don't know how
I can
much
do that.
time we have. I don't know how
That's
much time we.
lost in the
It
sauce,
never
huh?
tells me. Anyways, yes, lost in the sauce.
Yes.
I hear you.
Yeah, man.
I I was wondering though why they want to be so difficult, and it's just, and I don't get it, man. I really don't
Who is
get.
the they referring to at this point?
Well,
Who's being
most
difficult?
likely it's the staunch Democrats and in these, trying to save face with their constituents. When they're talking about spending money, the trillions of dollars that they are wanting to go over budget to spend on, and then they're giving all this money away to things that really, when you have the money, sure, but you don't have the money. Don't spend the
Mhm.
money on stuff you don't. That just blows
Man,
my freaking mind.
man, look, don't forget the narrative. Okay, these people are lacing their pockets with this money. They're creating these dummy programs that barely benefits anybody. They're just lacing their pockets. Okay, okay. The people that work these programs, they got jobs. Okay, and I'm
Yeah,
sorry for you guys, but what is the output of what you're doing? I don't know. What's the end result? I don't know. I don't want
yeah,
anybody to lose their job, chiefly me. But Trump is truly trying to make America great. He's he's attacking the education world. He's like, look, I want the states to do the education. You guys,
yeah,
we're 40th out of 40 nations in the top 40. We're number 40. We
yeah,
got to make our citizens smarter. I mean, he's truly trying to make it. So just remember you heard it on Graybeards. Expect another pandemic or some mushroom cloud because the powers that be are gonna try to stop Donald Trump from making America great. It's just too much money being lost by a lot of bad guys. So
yeah,
um, it's unfortunate that the corruption they already tried to stop him before he even got in office with the charges, with assassination attempts, bad publicity. So now that he's in, we got to stop this dude. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. That's my
Too many
full
big
point. I
boys.
don't get it. Why do you, and then people keep voting these idiots back into office, and it's like clearly. Um, uh, I don't get it, man.
Yeah, man. Hey, if I'm giving you free stuff, that's gonna keep your mouth closed and your eyes closed. You know what I'm saying? So do what you want to, as long as you're taking care of me. It's a selfish type mentality. Nobody's looking at the
No,
big
it's
picture.
out there. Yeah, it's out there. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's just he's like, yo, I'm trying to make this country great. I got, you know, I got 4 years to do it. And the only thing is the backlash. I don't know if Vance going to get elected. I don't know if he had the juice that Trump has, but the backlash is going to be when the Democrats get back in, it's going to be, they're going to be mad, okay? All right, they're going to be really, really mad.
Oh
And
yeah.
that I'm not talking about all Democrats because there's some Democrats that have no idea what the party is doing.
Oh,
But
there's a ton of them out there. Majority of them. My grandpa was a Democrat. I'm gonna be a Democrat. I'm
mhm.
like, I'm here to tell you, it ain't the same party. But we got about 7 minutes.
7 minutes. Okay.
Yeah. What you
Well, I
got
like
for
to
us? What
say,
you doing for a big Super Bowl today?
man, I went to Clifton Seafood yesterday. I bought a half a bushel because I couldn't afford a whole bushel of oysters on the shell, baby. That's right. That comes with about 80 oysters in it. 25 of those oysters are going down. I'm gonna give 25 to my daughter, and then the rest I'm gonna save for another event. So
Oh, you
I'm gonna be
can.
sitting there.
Was
I'm gonna
that for
make some
peaches?
oyster. Yeah, Peaches, man. She educated. She
I'm
brought
gonna
me into the
say
light.
your. I'm gonna say your youngest daughter gonna eat some of them oysters.
No, man, she ain't gonna touch that. She gonna be like, Daddy, can I go to Chipotle? I'm like, yeah, you can go to Chipotle, get what you want. It's Super Bowl Sunday, do what you like. You know what I'm
She
saying?
paying for it?
Of course, yes, I'm paying for it. Look at
No,
me.
no,
I
she
should
should be paying for it. You want to go to Chipotle? You pay for it. She got a job.
sometimes
Oh,
she
but she
does,
got a
man. But
big. We're not
she
gonna
had an
talk about.
economic hey, she had
Yeah,
an
we're not
economic
gonna. Well,
setback.
don't throw that laundry out there. Come on, that's we're not talking.
I'm not gonna do it. I'm just saying she had a little setback. But it's part
Yeah,
of look, folks,
that's
teach your
life, my
kids.
friend. That's life.
Give your kids
But you know,
real examples.
but you can't be coddling her now with going. Yeah,
I said
I'll
Super
pay for
Bowl.
your
I said
Chipotle.
Super Bowl Sunday. You ain't listening.
You
It's
you
it's a
you fold
time.
like a house of cards. Nothing but
Oh,
Jello.
trust me, she'll tell you he's not folding. He just having one day of grace.
Hmm.
Yeah, but no, I will probably treat her because I'm in a festive mood right now, so she can benefit from that. But
I know,
Monday,
because you're gonna watch them Eagles win the Super Bowl.
I'm not gonna watch that. I'm not.
I see the star. I see it. I see the gray. Is that
Hey,
your
I
morning?
should
Is
be.
that your
I
Dallas
should.
Cowboy morning colors, gray and white?
It is an NFC East team, so there's some redemption if they do win, or
Hmm.
some bragging rights or whatever. But really, I want to see Mahomes and the
You
Chiefs.
can't even say that because every cow you're gonna get banned from Cowgirl Nation if you even say you're gonna
I said NFC East. They can recognize that. I didn't know the name.
help make the NFC East great again.
Yeah, thanks, man. I know some of our listeners have been wondering about my diet.
Oh
Mr.
yeah.
Wayne over here can tell you I was a good boy this week. I brought my lunch 4 out of 5 days, except for Fat
Mhm.
Friday. I participated. I worked
Well, you
out.
went all out on Fat Friday. You any games?
I didn't go all out. I ate half of a sub. You notice that that Lay's potato chip bag?
I didn't
You
notice
remember?
anything. I didn't watch
Yeah,
what
man.
you ate.
I put the other
I
half
saw
in that
you over
bag.
there mowing it down
No, man, I half
at
mowed
your
it down.
at your snail's pace of eating.
I like that. I'm a connoisseur of food. I don't just guzzle my wine. I have to swish it around.
Okay,
But anyway, I've been working out, health conscious. I'm doing it for real this time. I've
for
lost
real,
four
for real.
pounds.
This time it's
For
for
real.
real.
Lost 4 pounds. Health as
You,
well.
Are you still
You know what I'm
only at the
saying?
big four mark? I thought you would have picked up more than that. Since
Well, the way then, after eating that big meal on Friday, and I weighed in, I was only 4 pounds down. You know, it fluctuated. But see, the type of workout I'm doing, it's gonna be this. My pants are slightly a bit looser. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to hook in so much. I can,
hmm
you know what I'm saying? So anyway, um,
remember
it's I'm gonna because I'm doing this hit training with weights, so I'm gonna put on some weight,
that. Oh
weight,
yeah,
but
absolutely.
I'll look more. I'm sucking
Yeah.
in tightening up the fat.
Well,
So
eventually your body's going to metabolize. The
yeah.
metabolism's going to pick up, and you won't be able to store the fat as quick as you're burning it off. So.
Facts. There you go. I like that. Well put. Well put. That's what's going on. Look at my man. Okay. All right. Keep doing it. Keep doing
I
it.
can do that because my neck's all messed up. I'm trying to move. I can't. My
Got
neck.
there vanilla ice over here.
I mean, I go like this, and that's about it, man. As far
That's
as turning
maximum.
my
That's
neck,
maximum deviation right
yeah,
there.
yeah. And they're like, nah, nah, you'll be all right. Don't worry about that.
Oh shoot. No, man. If that's as far as you can turn your neck,
Yeah.
you need to be compensated.
They go, that, you're right. Don't worry about that, Sergeant. You're just,
Yeah.
you'll be all
You got
right.
to turn the whole ship around to see it
Yeah, that's my problem. I'll be like,
yeah.
I gotta force it, and it's like,
Yeah. I get it.
yeah.
So yeah, man, that's what's going on with me. Shoot, we ought, you know what? We ought to try to find a day to do a show on just purely on comments that we get. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, one more thing. I'm gonna say this here. My basketball team won. Kentucky
Go
Wildcats. Woo!
Wildcats.
Go
Woo.
Wildcats. Not from. Hey, I
He is
appreciate
gonna, he
I
is
appreciate
gonna
the
be
thumbs up.
mad. He's like,
The Wildcats.
he's a bandwagoner, Cowboys
Man, I love.
bandwagon.
Hey man, I love those Wildcats, man.
Those Wildcats.
Hey, believe it or not, my Valdosta is the Wildcats. Okay, so
Oh,
I'm
is
kind
it?
of got some affinity towards the Wildcats.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
All
I'm
right.
just saying.
So,
Yeah,
all right, we have less than a minute. I'm gonna close it out. So thanks for watching. You know the deal. Hit the um those
like,
whatever the like
subscribe.
thingy. Share with your friends. Get the word out. I can't get him to do it. He won't share it out there and let everybody know how his 1,000 followers on Bookface or whatever. But anyways, thanks for watching. We'll catch you on the next one. Over to you, Bug.
Y'all be good. Y'all be good, man. Thanks for watching. Take care.
Out here.